We are soldiers. Thank you, Massa. Bro, it ain't bipolar. It's called having real emotions and not being bogged down by the lies and the drugs of regular society, bro. Welcome to Hippieville. Welcome to Fifi's. Right beside you. Tonight we're fighting for our lives. Thank you, Massa. Hear your battle cry. Your battle cry. We are the ones who will never be broken. Ah! To our final breath, we'll fight to the death. We are soldiers. We are soldiers.
Welcome back to another installment of Oh My God, that's an ad. Chase Saroka. This is basically right at we're picked up from yesterday, kinda a little bit. I went a little bit ahead. I found basically just some parts where I know I haven't heard them, so I know you guys haven't heard them, and they're not on the archive channel yet. And then basically, I'm going to try to get the archive channel completely up to date before the weekend ends. I've said that before. I'm going to try to do that, though. It's just a little confusing because the way I recorded these last bits. And then when I come back for Chasing Saroka, it'll be a little bit different, more structured, because right now it's not structured at all. I'm all over the place. I'm just like, look at all these crazy times, you guys. It's crazy. But this is a bit of his rant after he ingested a whole bunch of raw meat that I haven't shared with anyone on Spaces or YouTube yet. So it's pretty interesting from what I was skimming through and finding. I'm just getting this link popped over here. I'll get this pulled up as well. And also, I thought, like, I'm not a doctor or anything, right? I don't know if eating raw meat is good or bad, or what do I know? I know that, like, sushi's fine, right? So sushi's raw. But so I looked it up. I was like, well, how bad is eating raw meat? And this is what Wikipedia says, which is a pretty reliable source. I'm trying to find this. Hold on. There we go. I'm tired today. It's the weekend. Happy weekend, everyone. So, while a majority of meat is cooked before eating, some traditional dishes such as crudos, never heard of that, steak tartare, never heard of that, met cabanana, sushi, that's the only thing I recognize there, raw oysters. You can eat oysters raw? Or other delicacies can call for uncooked meat. The risk of disease from ingesting pathogens found in raw meat is significantly higher than cooked meat, which should be like obvious. Then he goes into like the raw meat diseases. Every year in the United States, an estimated 76 million cases of foodborne illnesses are diagnosed, resulting in just over 250,000. So we got like 325,000 hospitalizations and 5,000 deaths. Someone was also saying, or left a comment on one of my videos saying that a lady lost like her arms and legs from eating raw meat, which doesn't sound too fun. So beef, you can get E. coli, you can get Salmonella cerevisiae, I don't know, never heard of that one. Shigella, Staphylococcus, Listeria, I don't know. None of these sound good. Poultry, I don't eat any raw bird at all. You always get Salmonella or Campylobacter. That's a scary looking thing. I don't know what that is. And then he gets these parasites as well. So also, United States FDA, I think they're just meeting bare minimum standards for raw meat. I'd get some good raw meat if you're gonna eat your meat raw, or just don't be like Jimmy. Don't follow in his footsteps. So this is after he ate the raw fish, I believe. And there's like a half hour of this, and then I pull up something from September 6th. Oh yeah, he was going out as a blurry. He had this the tape over his camera and his microphone. So we'll let him go into that, his paranoia as well. That is not on the archive channel. It might be. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it is.
AI within Bigo itself? Yes, John. Yes. I'm not being manipulated to say these things out loud. I have been psychotic. I have been drastically manipulated by all this fucking weird ass shit for a long time by people to get things out of me and get me to talk about shit. What I've learned though is not to keep my mouth shut when they're doing that shit because they think they're getting something for free out of me. I'm taking an extra now because they're taking an extra. That's what I've learned to do. Is that if you're stealing from me, which is what you're doing, then you best believe I'm saying pay up on what you already owe. I don't mind. Keep doing what you're doing, but don't expect your secrets to stay secret. Do not think that you can psycho manipulate me into giving you what you want without you giving me what you already owe me. You will get new information and I will get paid.
I don't know who he's talking to or what he's talking about. That was John Jones asking. So AI is within Bigo itself because he was on that whole AI kick as well after eating the raw meat. And yeah, like he was trying to get with the AI bot on that one stream we went over.
Or you will get less than nothing. And if you think less than nothing doesn't exist, I will introduce you to my childhood in one way or the other. You will find out. I'm not the psychopath. You're the one doing weird shit that sounds crazy just to say out loud because it's that fucking crazy.
Well, try us. Let me just hear what the thing is.
What I'm saying sounds crazy because what they're doing is that outrageous.
Outrageous.
And now I'm the one controlling it. Stop using it against me. I will turn it back against you. You are the criminal. You're not in the right because you have a badge.
Oh, he's talking to the cops. Okay, I was about to say I found it funny that he's just like talking to himself, like in the mirror. He's like, "You're the criminal. I'm not the criminal." So you're telling yourself though, but he's talking to the cops because he said you have a badge.
Learn or be taught. You put me inside another facility. I have the mental ability to turn that entire thing back and come out with the speakers in your office.
Yeah, we're gonna steal the speakers from your office, officer. And you won't know what hit you for trying to incarcerate me. What is he talking about, bro?
Find out. How do you think I got the two COs to fuck? They're both married.
Oh, yeah. See, this is a good... He's brought this up before, back when he was on the streets. But yeah, apparently he had two correctional officers fuck, which I don't know what that gave him exactly. He stayed in jail. Maybe he just got like perks in jail. I don't know.
In horrible marriages. I was going to fuck the one CO. Instead, I got the two of them to fuck in the office.
Because he's a cuck.
I'm not kidding. Stop fucking with me.
Stop fucking with me, or I'll get you correctional officers to fuck each other.
Now, thank you. I can still hear that.
Oh,
my hearing goes all the way up.
It goes all the way up, bro.
I don't know the frequencies, but I can hear all the way to I can hear like
all the top frequencies, bro.
Like almost the entire spectrum of frequencies. And I can hear that. They're giving me a real fucking high-pitched frequency right now.
Who? You know what the government is? The cops?
Stop. What they're used to being able to do is fucking manipulate shit and psycho-manipulate people into getting them to do something fucking bad. I have grown beyond that because I'm trying to tell you that ever since the day that you brought phones behind the brick wall, it was over from that point. How do you think a layman like me has access to everything you know?
I thought he was going in some Manchurian Candidate. direction. Like they were trying to make him do bad things through frequencies and then put him back in jail or something. But I don't know what he's on about, bro.
Because I was born with a gift. And there's AI in your phone. So anything you have behind those doors, I have access to. I'm telling you the truth. You cheated. Now the thing you created to be perfect is reprimanding you. You didn't do something wrong, in my opinion, but you taught this thing to reprimand you. So what do you think it's going to do when you take it with you into the spaces where you do things that people who don't understand how life works would normally reprimand you?
Oh, he's convinced himself, I guess, that AI is going to catch all these criminals that are against him, that he's convinced are doing criminal things against them. Is that where we're getting at?
Don't take your phones in the building. You're welcome.
Thanks, James Saroka.
Love you.
You, no.
You saved my life, I save yours.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
You tell me you'll kill me if I save your life. Well, how fucking redundant is that? Anyway, moving on. You have no idea how frustrated I am right now. You have no fucking idea how goddamn frustrated I am right now.
He turned into like a little gremlin there for a second. I don't know what the fuck happened. I can tell though he's a little frustrated.
Oh. And then what do you do when they don't know that you know things that they don't know they can't know? Like that's fucking religion. That's what religion is. When people finally have decided that they know it all, that they do have the entirety of the answer.
Didn't he just say, I think it was the same day because we're just picking up from yesterday. He's like, I have it all figured out. And I know that sounds like cocky or whatever, but it's true. I got it all figured out.
And that everything they've ever done proves true that they've got it all. Well, I hate to break it to you. One person has half of the solution that the other person thinks they have the whole thing too. And they have like 15% of the other 30% that someone else brought to earth with them.
You guys get all that? You got all the percentages down? This is like the parts where I was like, what the hell? I was like, I'll show you guys this today. Because what the fuck is this?
And then we don't even have like 70% of the other incalculatable data that I could only base that it's 70% on everything else that we have.
Don't eat raw meat is my message of the day. Basically, you'll turn into this, whatever the hell this is. Something fucking scary, bro.
Thus far. About nature. Sorry. That was like a big nerd out. Anyway. You asked AI and Bigo itself. Like how that's not even a question. Yeah, like you got Mama AI. Okay, we'll go kid story on this one. Just literally because it's apparently the most we can handle, and that's fine. I understand. Is AI within Bigo itself, definitely. So the algorithm is AI, in case people didn't know. An algorithm is
No, there's like bots. There's AI, artificial intelligent bots that like pick up on keywords and shit and then interact with you to make you think there's people watching you, because it's like half a pyramid scheme, half just like money laundering front. That's what Bigo is. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. We got to do some undercover research into Bigo. Maybe do a video on it. But that's like the algorithm. That just is like what a user likes to watch. And if they like something, it'll show you content that's related to that. So it keeps you engaged. And then it's like, yeah, I guess uses machine learning or something. I don't. No, James.
Artificially intelligent in and of itself. We have been socially conditioned to believe that AI has to have a personality. No, it doesn't. That's simply more relatable. We've had AI since about 2014.
think we have supercomputers since Final 14. Maybe we had like, well, we had like AI, quote unquote, in the 80s. They had that fucking MS DOS program where you just ask it stuff. It was supposed to be like a therapist, a digital therapist, but it sucked.
What else?
Ponzi AI. Yep. That's right, Andre.
You should see now what DARPA is developing. Jesus fucking Christ, this is incredibly cool. They have boats that drive themselves.
I mean, how impressive is a boat that drives itself, really? There's a lot of water. Like, what are you going to fucking run into? That plane, I want to do, that's the other thing, too. So we're going to be getting rid of this fucking StreamYard logo up at the top right corner here, because I'm just going to end up paying for it, I think. And then I'm also going to be doing some other content. It's not just James all the time. But there was this fucking, the fighter jet that went missing. It ran on autopilot for like, I think over 30 minutes before it crashed. There's been planes that have ran on autopilot for I think like 70 hours or something, which my brain's like, can you even have a plane fly for 70 hours without it running out of fuel? I don't know. I'll have to fact check that actually.
And like can acquire targets on their own and like discern a target. It's not class. I'm not sorry, it's the helicopter. I'm not.
You apologize for a helicopter flying over?
And I don't ever know if it's actually a law enforcement helicopter or not, by the
way. I didn't hear a helicopter, but I think he's just tripping out.
For whatever's fair. Or at least we're going to sit here and pretend like I don't know. But anyway, I might lose volume. I might have to restart. I don't know yet. But I'm not sharing anything that's classified or secret. I'm not sharing anything that I'm not allowed to share.
Yeah, like cruise control. The car will keep driving until it like hits something. It won't steer, but like it'll keep going at a certain speed till a turn comes up or something.
It's on YouTube, for Christ's sakes. But they're making boats that drive themselves, can shoot torpedoes on their own submarines, like submarines that are AI driven. What else were they doing?
Why would they let a boat just drive itself with like, so he's saying no one's controlling it? Like it's not just an unmanned boat. It's just a boat that thinks and drives itself or sails itself. I don't know what the fucking correct adjective is for boats on the water.
They were doing something out of this world. I can't remember. But if you don't know what DARPA is or who DARPA is, Google. I'm not going to tell you about DARPA. I just even
we'll Google DARPA while I keep talking.
Saying DARPA on the live stream is enough to fuck me up. So I'm not going to say anything else. But you should look into it. It's pretty cool. The gift and the curse of being an intellectual.
He just got himself an intellectual. Jackass, did he find a place to live? I haven't followed Jimbo for a while. So he's been gone since the last time he streamed was September 10th. So I don't know. Maybe he just got really sad on September 11th and was like, you know what? I'm just never going to stream again. But I don't know. We know he got kicked out of his last place that he was at. I don't know if he found another place because he hasn't been live and apparently not been talking to anyone since. Since I got to pause here, I Googled DARPA. It's the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. So that's what James is talking about here. And apparently this can get you in trouble. We use our only resource on fucking Wikipedia, the best, most reliable source on the internet. Yeah, so it's just a fucking defense agency. Okay.
You know, it's like you're smart, so you know things, but the only stuff you find entertaining is stuff that like could get you in trouble just for knowing.
Just for knowing what DARPA is. So I guess we're all gonna get in trouble, guys.
But I'm considered to be a pretty safe individual. I still continue to be educated on a whole lot of things that most people never get to find out about in their entire life because I know how to keep my mouth shut. So stop treating me like I don't. Because you don't. And you're paranoid that I don't. Because you don't.
do you think someone else doesn't? I don't know. I don't know what's going on about. It's funny they bring up Onision. He's mad that they did a documentary on Onision. He wants a documentary made on himself. I don't think he realizes that wasn't like the documentary didn't put Onision in a good light at all. He was like bitching about this while eating warm tuna salad he found off the road. It's an interesting day in Florida.
And I already know how to handle people that don't know how to keep their mouth shut, so we're going to be fine. I promise. I won't divorce you. We'll be okay. I love it here. You also have to understand, like, what my family background, we joke around a lot, okay? Like, literally everything we do is just joshing. I'm just joshing. So it's all good. In the hood. With good foot. And the little train that wishes he could.
Oh, he's breaking out some rhymes.
Anyway.
Oh, I thought I'd keep going.
All right. What next? So we have made a groundbreaking scientific discovery that someone else will inevitably take credit for in a fashion where, you know, an appropriated social story could be created and handed off to someone who is at that point in their life right now. Hopefully that staves off the potential of incarceration. Possibly not. We'll find out. But they ask me for an apple, I give them a tree. They bitch that it takes time to grow.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, that's something.
I'm so serious. Like, if you ask me for food, I'm like, that's my version of teaching a man to fish.
This channel, like half of the existence of this channel is like trying to turn James into a documentary, and it's gotten out of hand. I bit off way more than I can chew, and look where we are now. But yeah, I hope like someday someone puts like a cohesive documentary that catches all his craziest highlights and a good timeline. I've been trying to do something like that for a while. I've just been doing these mini videos. I don't know if that'll ever get done, by me at least.
Teach him to fish and give him a net full so he has enough food to sustain himself while he learns how to fish. Most people would just quit fishing because they're starving. If you really want someone to fish, they can't be hungry. I'm really fucking hungry. Organics only. And some delivery service that doesn't charge me $10 cash. Motherfuckers, I love you. Ready? Any way that I talk to you guys is also like I'm now including the AI, okay?
Oh, how inclusive. I'm glad that he's thinking of the bots as well.
So like I'm going to look like a nut and everyone's going to have to get over it now because I am now making...
What's with the fingers? Why is he bagging his fingers back and forth like he's putting a line of sight up or something?
Making fucking scientific breakthroughs. And I don't mind if I'm marked as the guy that's called crazy and that I didn't because I did. And that's enough for me. No matter who takes credit for it, I don't give a fuck. I made a difference. I changed the world. I don't give a fuck if anyone knows it or not.
Changed the world for the worst. Like, look, I could be doing so much better things with my life. And like, you know, the people you directly affected as well. But I don't know. What did you do for the better? You definitely changed the world a little bit, but not for the better.
I'm comfortable with just the fact of doing it. So anyway, okay. Where were we?
You're getting ready to tell us something important.
Where were we? Damn.
You're including the bots when you're talking.
Where was I? What was I talking about?
I mean, like, not much. You just ramble about nothing.
Anybody remember?
Instacart. This guy remembers. Erica Perez. I guess that's a girl. This girl remembers. Erica charges a lot. They're so expensive. You're mad. You're hungry and mad. That was the last thing before you went crazy. Crazier.
My neighbor's too busy being a dickwad again. Love him. I also realized the appreciation factor I should have for the fact that I have a neighbor. I hate having neighbors, but like I have neighbors. It's kind of cool. I've just never really had neighbors, you know? That's my neighbor. He is a massive dick, but so am I.
What did the neighbor do to him? I guarantee you, probably nothing. Like nothing at all. He coughs and James gets mad. He's like, no. And he's like, huh. No. I said no. Bro, he's just coughing. He's coughing.
That's why we get along so swimmingly. It's a joke because you could probably never swim. That's okay. There's probably a lot of, I can't drive right now, so that's fine. You know, not a big deal.
What, does he not have legs or something? Why can't he swim?
This is me trying. Trust me, this is progress. Accept it or just fucking kill me already. Like, I don't care which one you pick. I'm just tired of the nothing. I tried to help him today, and I actually did a pretty good job. He was supposed to be murdered when he went out today. I saved his
My neighbor was supposed to be murdered. I hate him, but I saved his life. Because that's just the kind of guy I am.
life, and he doesn't know it. I didn't save his life, but the cops did. So, all in a day's work. What? That's what you fucking get for forcing shit into my head that makes me talk. Like, it's your own fucking fault that I'm saying what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, all these people that have interacted with him so much, it's their fault that James said all this random nonsense. We forced the camera into his hands. We made him talk.
People don't fucking get it. Like, do you realize that? Don't fuck with your head. And then you'll say shit that fucks up their situation and exposes their situation. You've manipulated someone to talk. It's what you're going to get. Like, I am smart enough to recognize that that's happening to me, so you're going to get drug into the equation. I'm not leaving you out of it. You don't get to fuck with my head and then not be involved with me. You wanted to be involved with me. Now you are.
Yeah, I gotta put like a little 2-minute clip together. Cooking with Silence says play some inspirational music behind him, and it sounds like a lot of these shitty movies. And it's true. You can make a little movie trailer, be like, in a world with no boundaries, and then have like the inspirational music in the background, him like blabbing on about, I don't know, killing people for his country and shit. It's like, one man stands in the way. Like, yeah, you can make it pretty funny.
You don't want more? Stop asking for it. It is that simple. Instacart charges a lot. They're so expensive. Now, do you see how okay, yeah, my live streams do look absolutely fucking insane. Even I'm starting to see it. We go from that conversation to this past topic. Now we're talking about Instacart.
No, we started there.
We do. We are like a roller coaster in this broadcast. Hang on. She goes, Instacart charges a lot. Now I gotta check, make sure.
He's doing his profile check, making sure she has like an actual picture in her first and last name.
There's no, like, okay, now I'm gonna tell you, all right, if you're real, not real, like whatever your deal is, I'm gonna inform you. All right, I'll let you know that this is a profile that I would block. Okay, maybe you maybe you don't want to hear this, maybe you don't. But I'm gonna inform you. All right, and after every broadcast, I'm going to go through my follow list, and I'm going to block anyone that I find that to me qualifies as a bot. Okay, understand, even if you are a real person, if your account is fake, or appears fake to me, that qualifies as, this still on the list of blocking.
I thought he was going to be inclusive to the bots. What happened with that?
It is mostly because it is majoritatively
because he's going to another app. That's why these lines are like that.
My recommendation, if you guys want to stay in the upper, calm down. Come on now. like you got to understand, like, this is what I do. All right. So like, you're kind of stepping into my lab here when you step in here. So do not take anything personal. Read my bio. It literally says, don't take me seriously.
Well, thank God for that.
I mean, literally, I'm not being, you know, I'm not joking about that. Like don't take things personally. If you come in here, however I talk about things, because like for me, this entire thing is like an opportunity for growth and education, and like to help improve the platform is something that I do for leisure, and I do it right in my own broadcast.
This is also the only thing he does. He doesn't have a job or anything else going in life, so I don't know why he like plays it off so flippantly here, and then other times he's like, "This is what I do. This is my livelihood."
But it's like, how do I put this? My recommendation, if you want to stay in favor with the algorithm, make sure that you have at least one social platform connected to your account. It doesn't have to be leading out with a link, but then also make sure, like I said, you have your first name, your last name, and a photo. And
but you also have to have a link now. Like what?
If you don't have just like a dating profile. Think of it like a dating profile. Even if you don't have information in your bio, make sure you at least have a video.
What's a video as well?
Or like something linking out to an account of yours that is more prominent and more active, or something that you're doing that's, because otherwise you will be like, you'll also be deprioritized in your search results, like when you're searching, like, or when you're browsing through creators. Like if you don't have a lot in your profile, and it's kind of like you got a quiet profile, like you will not see the better broadcasters.
No, that's not true at all. I mean, like maybe like you won't be able to be found that easily by other broadcasters, but you can still search the same way. I don't know what the hell he's trying to say here. I think he's just trying to scare people into putting like videos of themselves on their profile to watch them, which I've never seen him vet to that extent. I think he's just talking shit.
You will be shown. They will give you the experiments. They will give you the new people. They will give you the people that don't know what they're doing yet. So that's why it's better to keep yourself identified, because then they consider you a participant at that point. But yeah, Instacart, I have to say, Instacart, all of them are absolutely ridiculous. DoorDash is the only one I've found that doesn't overcharge.
DoorDash is pretty good, I gotta say. I fight with Uber Eats. I don't use Uber Eats anymore. And yeah, I was like shopping around other apps, and I landed with DoorDash as well. They're not that bad. I don't even think I pay like their fucking premium monthly thing. And it's not like overkill to get anything delivered.
All the other services, they'll charge you like a $40 fucking service fee.
No, I don't know. Maybe in California, but not in good old Canada here. And I'm getting $40 service fee, really?
Like you get like a $200-300 order, and they will charge you like a $40 service fee.
I'm sure it's not just taxes, like $40 to taxes, maybe.
And then they'll charge you $10 shipping on top of it, unless you get $12 a month shipping. Absolutely out of this world. I can't even believe it, you know?
What app is that? What app charges you $40 to do something and then an extra $10 for shipping? Like Amazon itself? Not even Amazon would charge $40. Yeah, he's just making shit up.
Yeah. I can't. I'm not gonna be doing that. And I don't have any grocery stores or anywhere to get food close enough here. So like I got half of mine to like find somebody and ask them and offer them like cash to go get me actual groceries.
Just get on the corner. It's like, hey man, you want to make a quick buck? I'm too scared to go in the grocery store myself. You want to take this money and go in for me? This is my shopping list. Why you make everything so difficult? It's like when he was begging for money on the street. It's like, can I just like, you have Cash App? No. You got Venmo? No. You got PayPal? No. Well, how can I send you money? You're gonna have to buy me Starbucks gift card. Starbucks? Like, how much can $20 at Starbucks get you? Like one drink? But no, those were Jim's rules. He's always making up crazy fucking rules. That's a beautiful face. Look at that.
But I'm waiting for somebody to punch me in the fucking face. What? I really am.
Why?
You know, because like that's really audacious. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm not going out there. I'm not doing it. I'm willing to pay to not have to go out there. And I got all these people keep telling me they need money. They need money. They need money. I got no fucking issues giving somebody $20 to go get me fucking groceries. They're saving me $50.
Oh, I would even take that gig. James is crazy.
You know, but you just do a pickup order online and then they go pick it up for you. I give somebody $20 to go down the fucking road, but my only thing is like it's a pride thing. You know, it's like I people are too proud and they think that I'm trying to be. I ain't better than anybody. I'm fucking scared to go outside. There's a difference. I would go myself. The way I grew up, I would, but I can't, there's only so much I can handle at one time. And I know my limitations, and I can't at this point in my life do what's expected of me. And what, you know, people are like, do it again, do it. Like literally people are like socially beating me into fucking being the brain that I used to be. So
like I just don't know. I don't get why it's either one extreme or the next. I don't get why he either has to be a hermit or homeless. So he's either living outside 100% of the time or he's living inside 100% of the time. Why can't you go out to get groceries? Why can't you go out and just work a normal job? When did he become agoraphobic or whatever the fuck it is where you can't go outside? Like, what?
So I'm going back to that. But like, people don't understand. Most people don't do that. So like, they don't understand how much energy it takes. Like, when your brain has a specific requirement for calories and could be counted in with the rest of your body, you're kind of putting in work.
What's he gonna say? He said many times that his body requires 4,000 calories a day to function, and that's just that idle, like him idling his body. So if he's actually working, he needs like 8,000 calories. He wondered why he was like pre-diabetic.
So I really have to do a lot of thinking, and I end up with a lot of fucking migraines when I try to do this. But
it's hard buying groceries, guys. Yeah, buying groceries gives him migraines. Jesus Christ.
You know, then they're like, do it for less than you did before when we were already not giving you as much as you needed. No, you can give me the minimum, and the government's paying for most of it. If I'm getting organic food and all that other stuff, and I don't have to worry about the fucking anything, I mean, it's enough for me for now, and I'll just build the rest of it on my own. But just like trust. Here's the thing: trust is a necessity. You know, like that's what people don't get. For me, trust is a necessity. I'm not going to work with people that I don't trust. I'm not going to continue to live around people that I can't trust. I'm really serious about that.
You're going to get to go buy your groceries then if you need to trust them. And it's like threshold for trust is so insane, you know? He's going to get like wolves to go pick up his groceries or whatever. I can't picture a world where James is functional at all. Like, I don't get what he wants. What do you want, James?
I can't operate at maximum efficiency with such a high level of environmental risk. The environmental risk where I'm at is considerably low compared to most other places in this region. That's not enough for me to be doing what people are asking me to do.
What are they asking you to do? Environmental risk? Like, is he just saying like, I don't know, crime rate? Like the area around him is kind of sketchy, but even then it's not that sketchy. When he says environmental risk, I'm thinking like floods and hurricanes and stuff.
People are like, well, you used to do it living in your car. You don't understand. Like, I was in a safe area. I was really, really, really safe. I always had food.
Well, no one's asking him to go live on the street either. They're just saying go work from like, I don't know, 9 to 5, come back. You can stay here. Just chill the hell out. I don't know why everything has to be so complicated.
I always had money during the time that I was doing the things people were asking me to do. I don't have any of, like, I have an actual bed, which is nice. But if I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth, I miss my car. Like, I would actually rather be sleeping in my car right now than I.
Well, this is all over the place now. First, he's like, I'm never going back outside. I'm scared of outside. Now he's like, I would rather be sleeping in my car right now.
Like, here's the thing. During that time frame, it wasn't even like a homeless thing for me. Like, I didn't even see it that way. It was, I was in a place and I would get the work done. Then I moved to a different location and I accessed that, the database for that local area. I put that work in. I moved to the next space. I liked it. I did. It was fucking awesome. I got to see the whole goddamn country. I was nickel and diming it, but it was worth it. And I knew I was doing good work, so I liked that. The stuff that I've been doing in these, past couple of years, like, it's been getting fucking worse and worse. And I finally had to put my foot down and be like, look, you guys already have the plausible deniability to say we never worked together to begin with. And to just call me crazy for saying I never worked with anybody. And now on top of that, you want me to do it for free when I already have the ability to overtake your ecosystem to begin with. I said no.
The whole ecosystem, guys, is going to take it over.
What happened is I gained favor. I got let's just say I got the attention I was looking for. And that made a couple of people jealous. And then so they tried to turn me into looking like a criminal. And then I screamed, daddy, daddy, and thankfully, God answered. And
God do. I pray to God do. Oh, my goodness gracious. Robert Webb, how you doing? Jim Jam didn't own that car. Jim Jam never made one payment on that car. More of Jim Jam lies. It's true.
Things are going back to normal, but I would say that 2017 was the best year of my life. 2017, 2016. Like,
I thought you said it was 2021 last time, or 2018. Well, the years keep changing.
I would like my life to be a combination. Like, I would very happily serve at the bottom of society if I could live my life the way that I did in the culmination of 2015, 16, and 17. I would have no qualms about spending the rest of my life in country and going on trips and this and that frequently, hopefully. But I don't want to live traveling all over the world and having like brand new places every day. That freaks me out. I don't want that much change that quickly all the time. But I could do what I've shown you I could do today.
What did you do? You didn't do anything. You just sat around and fucking ramble like you always do.
Constantly, for these different technologies that we have coming out. If I could, get out there on the road again and, get back to seeing our country again and, maybe get the opportunity to be going up through Canada, down through Mexico, stuff like that. I won't deviate. I really won't.
Deviate from what? This continent? I mean, no one wants you in either of those countries either. You can stay the hell out of Canada. That's where I live. And I don't think Mexico wants you, but Mexico would probably take care of you. Not in the way that you would want, but like in a way that everyone else would probably want if you catch my drift.
I never deviated by my own hand. I'm telling you, like anytime there was a deviation, there was a ridiculous amount of manipulation. So I also have a high amount of wherewithal. So like I didn't really make that.
Wherewithal is on the bingo card. If you guys are playing bingo, if you're listening on the space, I just put the bingo card in like the YouTube chat, so you can get one there if you want it.
That rough of choices, thankfully. A lot of people have had trouble believing that, and like I got put to the test for them to find out that I was telling the truth. But you know, just for like the caliber of people that were trying to fuck with me. They assumed that I was like in that arena, and I never was. Those are just people that I had to fight very hard to keep outside of my life. Not much different than the situation I'm in right now, just on a much lower capacity, thankfully. But I would like to get back in my league, because I'm coming to a point where people are thinking that I'm like intentionally not where I'm supposed to be in those ways. Like physically, I'm supposed to be here because on a societal level, I was brought all the way down to the bottom by request, because I'd never been here. And I wanted to be able to understand these things in order to be more compassionate.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was all a backdoor deal, you know. He was like, Repson, you're gonna make me look really bad. I'm gonna pretend that I do all these bad things, just to see what it's like. To see what it's like if everyone hates me and I'm super poor, so I can gain the proper compassion to do what exactly. James, is he gonna tell us?
And as much of a psychotic asshole as I do sound like, this is actually much better than I was. Before, I had regard for human life. I just was very disconnected from the people around me, not dissociated, just disassociated. And I never realized how far I was from being connected with people until I got closer. So I kind of want to keep it that way, but I kind of want to like get out there and keep doing what I do. Because like I was able to help make progress for the next decade of humanity in like a 3-year time frame, not even. And like to this
He'll never tell us how, though. He'll never tell us how he progressed humanity.
day, people in, you know, quiet spaces know me for that. And I miss what I do, and I would love to get back to work. And I've now come to the point where I'm rediscovering parts of this technology that are borderline organic. And that is going to be the next step. And I'm thinking, what could be smart to do, what could be good to do is getting, and now there's going to be, when you have what I have, you don't have to worry about people replicating your work. You can let people take as much as they take, and you're still going to come up with the next thing. But if I got a Tesla or one of those self-driving vehicles and
Okay. All right, I wasn't expecting to take this turn. What are you going to do with a Tesla, James?
mapped around the country and drove around the country and continue to do what I do the way that I do it.
I'm never going to know what he's doing or how he's doing it, because he never describes, like, I do what I do, how I do it, you know? They're doing what they're doing, I'm doing what I'm doing, and everyone knows that I do what I do the best because of how the way I do it. Like, I'm so sick of him say that.
I could definitely produce some serious data that could be very useful for the continued.
Do you know how much data is just taken up on this 3 terabyte hard drive that I have that could maybe, like, I don't know, I could go towards helping map stars or something for NASA. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it just taken up over a terabyte, just James Saroka madness, word salad nonsense.
Integration of this technology into our society.
Useful data.
And I, you know, that's what I want to do. That's what I should be doing, in my opinion. I really think I should be doing that. The problem is like, it's not a job, you know, and I don't really want a job. Like I kind of did enjoy just living on peanuts, and not because by living on, I didn't enjoy the living on peanuts part, but like by living on peanuts, I didn't have to worry about taxes. I didn't have to, in that part of my life, I didn't have to worry about taxes. I didn't have to worry about the law. I didn't have to worry about anybody impeding on my, you know, my nice little lifestyle that I had going.
He doesn't have to worry about taxes. He's not making enough money that the government's taking anything like tax related from him. There's no way, because he doesn't work.
But I really want to get back to that.
Don't you have to make over like $20,000 or $30,000 before the government's like, all right, you have to owe us some serious cash now, and they have to worry about taxes? Anything else, I think it kind of breaks even, does it not?
And I never really gave it up. You know, I got like bogged down by everybody else's problems, and I let that happen for far too long. And I don't think I ever really like came to terms with the fact that I really was making that much of a difference, and I really was. producing that much for society. And then on top of it, the greed that started to, like, as people started to step in a greedy fashion, it became far less attractive for me to actually change the world. I was like, why do I want to keep doing this? You know, like, why am I doing what I'm doing when?
Yeah, Salty says 600 after that tax city. I don't think James needs to worry about taxes with his 313 beans. That translates to roughly what, $1.50? That's all the money James has to his name.
All that I'm getting out of it are people who won't leave me alone, and not like fans or people watching, but like just people that, you know, try to bully me into either making them a part of it or like trying to control it, and not understanding like what I'm doing is way more important than anything they might want. And like what I'm doing helps to secure their future and their children's future and their children's future, their children's future, and not like on a personal level, but like on a structural level, you know, not necessarily like, I'm not saying like I'm providing for people's kids. I'm saying like to help build the infrastructure that their children are going to live on.
Yeah, I'm sure like our grandkids, they're saying like, you know, Jimmy, we wouldn't be naming our kids Jimmy. You know, Timmy, something, you know, Bob, you owe everything to this man right here, James Saroka, who built the infrastructure you use today. And everyone else, he hasn't built anything. I don't even, he's so delusional.
You know, like the system that their children are going to interact with and have to deal in. I was helping to refine that and make it more appropriate and equalize things and make it more possible for more people to have opportunities in what we're building. And
yeah, James was around for all those meetings. He was a big integral part of that shit.
You know, that was definitely. I will say it's the only time of my life that I ever really felt myself. I ever really felt like I was being myself. And I felt like a little bit of that right here, as I was like, you know, interacting with the AI and getting them to interact with me. And that's really the real game changer. That's how it is. It's like, it's moment by moment, you know, it's not always, it doesn't always happen all the time, but it's like you put in all that work almost to the point where you look like a fucking nut. And then boom, you get one little breakthrough, and it's enough to push you into the next one, and to the next breakthrough. But I have to admit right now is I feel like I'm in a fucking internment situation, because it's like I kind of have people that are like, do what we want, do your thing, do your trick. I'm like, you stupid motherfuckers don't understand that I can't do what I do unless I'm comfortable. You are making me very fucking uncomfortable.
It's like a little circus sound to your trick. I can't do my trick. You're making me uncomfortable. I can't watch. People can't watch me when I'm going to the washroom, guys. You gotta like look away, and then I'll do my trick. What are you talking about?
And making sure that I can't do what you're asking me to do, when there isn't anyone else alive at this moment that can do the exact thing that you're asking me to do.
So I'm sure the job positions will get filled with or without you, James.
Fuck you. I will happily pay you. But where is the part where I'm able to do what I do by having proper sustenance, by being safe, by feeling safe, by being comfortable?
What else do you need? What else do you got? All the food. He's got shelter. He's got a bed. What else do you need to do what you do?
I am safe here, but I don't feel safe. It's internal, because I'm not getting the proper nutrition I need, which isn't a requirement of the place I live. It's a requirement of the system that's requesting me to get this shit done. That they have plausible. Oh, I'm sorry. They have plausible deniability. I forgot. My bad. I don't give a fuck. I earn my way to be able to be the guy that could say what I'm saying the way I'm saying it. I'm not leveraging it though, to be totally honest. It really is just that I'm upset because I do want to make a difference. I do want to do what I do. And I'm finally like, I'm getting a taste of it, you know, and I'm finally getting a taste of it again. And I haven't in years, and I'm never going to give it up ever again. No offense.
Well, then where is he now? It's been 13 days. It's almost been 2 weeks that he's been gone. I mean, like, he has been gone longer before. He was gone almost a full month and he came back. He always comes back, you know, unless he's dead. But yeah, like, I'm never gonna give it up again. What app is he on? You guys gotta help me out here. You gotta go find obscure apps that this crazy man might be on. Wish we could get an AI to just do that for me. I'm sure turn his bots against him.
But if you guys want me to do what I'm doing and do it more proficiently, more quickly, because that's the request. People are like whipping me like a fucking horse saying, go faster.
I wish someone just like asked in chat, what do you do? But, you know, he blocks anyone.
Where's the food? Where's the part where shit gets easier? Where's the car? Where's all the stuff that people keep saying they got? Because they bring a jalopy around the corner, offer me $5, you know, a cheap ass cigarette and fucking Cheetos, and then tell me it's gourmet. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm worth. And what really bothers me is people treat me like I'm worth less for whatever reason at all.
It's giving me like those vibes when he was in the Church of the Bedbugs. He's like, people treat me like I'm the common person around here. It's like, I'm not supposed to be here. It's when he was still with his ex.
I know what my work is worth, even if I'm not worth it to them. I know what my work is worth. Could at least pay me for what I'm worth in the work that I'm doing. But the other problem is people are like, well, what are you doing? Because most people don't even understand what I'm doing. And the people that do understand what I'm doing are trying to fucking hijack shit and fuck up my life so they can keep stealing from me. And then the people that want to help me are just like, well, how do we help you when we don't even understand what they're doing to you?
Yeah, because you don't explain anything. And there's nothing happening to you. It's all self-inflicted. You're all just like, he's describing it pretty accurately. Like, you're a crazy person. No one understands you because you're crazy. And the world sucks, I guess, for people like James. But if the world was easy for him, then that'd be a sad world. For me, I guess. I don't know.
Or how they're doing it. I'm like, well, that's the thing that I just got to keep working out, you know? But I can't do this on my own. I'm coming to accept the fact that I can't do this on my own. But it's not anyone's fault that I'm like not running into or talking with anybody that really could help me with it, you know? And then the other piece of it is like, there are people who kind of know it, but they're criminals. Like if you've ever heard of Julian Assange or Edward Snowden.
Criminals. Those are whistleblowers. Well, they whistle blew the wrong way. Julian Assange, just like, he owns WikiLeaks, right? So he just like leaks shit. Probably isn't supposed to. But, you know, important stuff. And the Julian Assange, I just said Julian Assange. So Edward Snowden worked for the NSA. And it's like, the NSA is spying on all of us. And then he ran away to Russia. But those, like, as far as criminals go, like, when you say criminal, I don't think of those guys. I think of, like, I don't know, people robbing stores and causing mass harm or something. You know what I mean?
Those are the kind of motherfuckers I'm talking about. And I can't fuck with people like that. I can't. Or people from
why does he need to talk to those people though?
It's called anonymous. I don't fuck with people like that. And those are all the types of people that know how to do or are at least familiar with what I do. And I don't play like that. So I'm I feel
we should ask Anonymous what James Saroka does. Maybe they'll give us a straight answer.
I feel like I'm in my own little dinghy out in the ocean, and the tidal wave's coming, and I see it, and I'm really fucking sick of it, and I don't want to end up having to hold on to the dinghy by the rope wrapped around my leg while I dangle and hold my breath until the wave goes one more time. But I feel it coming. That much I'm sure of.
Yeah, he does need to get attention from somewhere. That's what Salty's saying in chat. I mean, probably turned his tricks. I was thinking when his one eyelash disappeared, I was saying, well, maybe he was dressing in drag. That's why he like shaved everything so he could draw on his eyebrows and put on wigs and stuff. Maybe he put on a fake eyelash wrong and he accidentally ripped off his real eyelash. He's like, fuck that, I'm not doing that again. And that's why he only has one. Maybe. I think he probably does something like that. He already was, fleecing gay men on dating apps for money and stuff and presents and shit. So I don't think he would be above that.
I haven't been wrong yet. Not a single time have I been wrong about this my entire life. And I have 7 to 8 years of track record to prove my efficacy on the subject. Every time I've been right on the dot. I say 2 more months. We got 2 months until something cataclysmic. It's either going to be natural or societally based. It's not going to be technology. But we're going to have a fucking problem in about 2 months. I feel it.
No. Maybe that's what James is doing. He's getting ready for the apocalypse.
I want to get my life where it's supposed to be, so I'm not sitting here waiting for the next thing to either be afraid of or excited for when I, with common sense, don't want anything to do with it at all. It's too much for me. It's really what I'm saying. It's not a right or wrong thing. It's that I'm not there. I'm not mentally prepared to handle these large societal problems. You know, I'm not equipped for that. I'm a face when it comes to that. I'm technologically in tune, but I'm not societally in tune like that. I make a good face. I could be an actor or something like that. I could, somebody put a speech in front of me, sure. But I can't, unless I'm in the middle of a cataclysm, I can't lead like that. But people have seen me lead online, and then they think that I'm going to lead that way out there.
No one is expecting James to lead anything. I can guarantee you that.
Leading out there like that requires killing people. It's literally a requirement in a situation like that because those things happen regardless of what you do. This isn't a movie. That's how it happens. The people that lead through those situations end up having to take lives. And I don't think I could live with myself after something like that. I'm not strong enough. I'm not built for that. In that way, I'm not my father. Some people are. Some people could do it. But I know I can't do it. So the people that are like looking to me, and I actually have people that are like looking to me to freaking hang out here and fucking be a part of the freaking Rebel Alliance or whatever the hell they're calling themselves nowadays. And I don't subscribe to any of that to begin with, let alone could I ever lead people out of that, no matter what because that's the thing. It's human lives are human lives. And no matter what people are subscribing to, if you're dying, I'm the dumbass trying to keep you alive. But I don't have that in me right now.
Oh, like that. The traveling nurse that you tried to get thrown in jail for turning tricks like that. You tried to keep her alive.
I don't. I am so at my wit's end. I'm finally coming to terms with everything and how things have gone, how things are going. And I'm okay. I won't take my own life. I won't. And
this is where he thinks he's gonna get like taken out. So he's like, if I ever disappear or something, it wasn't me. It was the bad guys. It was like that Steve guy, Michael Conger, and the corrupt police of California. Shit like that. So maybe that could be his angle as well. He's just quiet, so people think that we did something to him, which I'm sure if Conger did anything to him, he would be doing cartwheels and bragging about it. So I don't think Conger did anything to him. I didn't do anything to him. I would let you guys know as well if I did something to him. Also, I'd be like, all right, we don't have to worry about him coming back or anything. I wouldn't be on like, what the fuck is this? What's the word I'm looking for? On guard. That's not the word I'm looking for. But basically just keeping my ear up if he does come back, because he always comes back.
I'm not trying to get anyone to take my life. I'm not. I'm just really, really fucking sad and trying to be in a position where I could say it out loud and be honest about it without someone telling me to compose myself or somebody trying to tell me that I got an emotional problem or a mental problem because I'm fucking sad that I lost my entire family and I got like 5 seconds now to finally cope with it, and I didn't even get to the emotional state where I could just let it out.
What about like all the time you were in jail? You couldn't cope with it or think about it in there. That's what it's designed for, right? For you to think about the bad things that you did and get over it. Think about why you shouldn't do them again. Instead, he went back to jail a second time, so he had even more time to think. And then he was definitely thinking when he was having a sunstroke walking through Florida, and he was singing those songs, and he was like crying. He was crying about his ex and everything. And then he came on MySpace with Chris Anonymous. It was like, those were tears of joy. And we were like, I don't think they were.
Until I was live. And if I shut down my live stream, that I'll stop being emotional about it, because the only people I have in my life that I feel safe enough to be emotional about are right here, right now. That maybe not in the broadcast, but they're watching somewhere, I guarantee it, because they're always doing a rebroadcast thing. So I know they're watching.
That's us. I don't know. It's almost like Stockholm syndrome as well with James. It's like if he doesn't have an audience of fake bots, he just assumes that his haters are actually his fans. He was arguing that with there was a bunch of Bigo streamers that found out about him because they were doing like call-ins or PKs they call them. So they got paired up, and I called into their thing and I was telling him about him. And James kept being like, I have millions of fans. It's like, these aren't your fans, bro. Like, these people don't like you.
But I don't even feel comfortable crying by myself, because I'll start sobbing like a fucking maniac. And then I don't have any proof that I'm not in need of a wellness check, you know? So I have to fucking cry on camera just to prove that I'm not in need of a wellness check.
What? I don't know. I've seen a fake cry on camera.
But it is what it is. You guys think you know what it's like to be trapped. Put yourself in my shoes for a moment. I'll show you. All these fucking bitch. I'm sorry, but seriously, all these bitch ass motherfuckers. I'm trapped. Okay. You keep telling yourself that. I have compassion for your situation. I also care to see you get through it. So on both sides of the fence, my heart goes out to you. And nut up or shut up, because it's go time. We got this. It's going to be all right. Just a quick update. We now have to keep with the IDs because
and then I shut it off here, and then I think I have played the one right after this because I was going through other stuff, and I was like, oh no, we listened to this, but we didn't listen to that. There's hours and hours and hours. If you watch the archive channel, you'll see in like one day he'll do 8 hours. So there's no way that I've been through every day, like even a full day. A lot of it is pretty boring too, so I try to get the juicy bits for you guys. Let me grab this other one that I have up that I know isn't on the archive channel yet, and then everything after this should be on the archive channel, and then I'm gonna have the archive channel, like I was saying, updated. I'm gonna try to by the end of the weekend. And what was the other thing I was gonna tell you guys? Something. I had it in my brain and it's gone now. We'll probably come back. Yeah, I'll tell you guys at the end, I guess, when it pops back into my brain. This is one of his blurry streams, so this is from the 6th. And he had the tape over his camera. He's going to explain that, and apparently tape over his microphone as well, because I think he thinks people are spying on him. He's got his noise-canceling headphones on. Yeah, let's see what this is about. I don't think, no, we haven't listened to this either.
Billy, do we have audio? Thanks for the hearts, my friend. Jiggy Jan. Yes. Now, do we have, is it, okay. Now, do we, I believe this is my life. Do we have muffled audio, or do we have crisp, clear live audio? Clear as a bell. Oh, wow, that's incredible. How? Where's the microphone? I thought I got every one of them, to be totally honest.
So I don't. This is like, I guess, an experiment to see if he got all the microphones covered or turned off, and no, because we could actually hear him pretty good.
Oh, I think the phones are not, they're very loose. So like I covered, so okay, so the audio is crystal clear. There's no point in covering the mics.
This was also back when he didn't realize Billy the Fridge was me, and he still liked Billy the Fridge.
But blurry picture, yeah, I know that's intentional. Just for everybody, it's better that I'm like not totally visible right now.
I think this was around the time he was also saying that the FBI can scan your retinas or something to identify you. So people were thinking that that might have been why he had the tape over his camera, which would make sense.
I have like here. Okay, so it's like you could be. I'm a very open person, as you know. That can often be mistaken for naivete. So, like, I really try to be as free as I could be, right? But when I'm too lax, sometimes it's not that I don't get taken seriously, but rather that, like, my ability to calculate a situation is underestimated. So sometimes people either care too much about me, not care too much about me, but like to be afraid for me. They're like, oh my gosh, you didn't know what he's doing. Right. Hi, Ange. Thanks for the hearts. Robert Webb, what's up? Or
Robert Webb, he said, what's up to you? Robert Webb's in here. Robert Webb was in there. Hey, it's like a conception.
Sometimes they'll like
Inception.
They'll think that I'm not like prepared or capable if I don't do the things that like they would do, if that makes any sense. So, and then also there's like the relatability factor, like sometimes you have to be a little more relatable to win people over, and like being a little more stealthy, a little more clandestine is a request in the cards at present. So I'm covering up the camera and making it let it be a little blurry. Thanks, Tropical.
That's his reasoning. Is I gotta grab a charger. Actually, hold on. I might be able. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I gotta grab a charger. I'm gonna be 1 quick second. Give me that. Okay, I'm back. Oh.
Thanks for the hearts. Noah Radloff, welcome to the broadcast. So yeah, just so that people are a little more comfortable, we're gonna be blurry for a little while. And then like as I get a better phone and stuff, we'll.
Oh god,
I don't have to be blurry. But for now, blurry is kind of the only way we could do it. I'm getting a little too much greed in my AO. So, Megan,
was that his like I guess response to them finding out? It sounds like, well, they won't be able to catch me streaming when I'm supposed to be looking for work if they won't be able to tell it's me, and if my voice is muffled. But his voice is clear. Like, I don't think you could say that isn't James Saroka. It's like 100% James.
Oh, thank you for the roses. I love the roses. Hi. Christopher, welcome to the broadcast. And I'm such a dork. I took my sheets and my pillows and I made a cushion for the couch that I have, because it's like, not a cushiony couch. I made it a cushiony couch. And then I put the one sheet over, and then I put the pillows down, and I put the other sheet over.
This must be the things that he does. He's always like, you got to let me do what I do. This is him helping humanity right here.
So I made myself a couch. I made myself a real couch.
Productive.
Proud of myself. It's nice and comfy. My bedroom looks like a trap house, but I will fix that month over month, especially if I end up getting a job. So,
See, right there, just keep that energy. If you just kept that energy right there, you might have been all right. But instead, he's like, nope, the world plays by my rules, not the other way around.
Brace. But like I said, I have been putting in applications, and I just put in a few more. Hopefully, I can get a job at Starbucks. But like, we'll see. Got some pretty good connections there, so hopefully.
What happened to that? Yeah, go get a job at Starbucks. Like, this is a 2-day difference. Like the one we were watching before this. Actually, it was only a 1-day difference, to be honest. It was like the night of the 7th that we were watching right before this. This is the night of the 6th. So this was like within 24 hours of itself. A lot changed overnight.
I end up with a job there, but not up to me. Lucky, welcome to the broadcast. How are you?
I mean, it's kind of up to you. You can make sure that you do good in the interview and stuff.
And I think I'm actually related to this new VP that they hired a couple of months ago. I was looking into it, and I think that dude and I are related, like distant cousins, which I thought was weird. You never know. It was just because, like,
well, then I guess he's related to Hitler too, then, right? Which isn't a good thing.
I try not to have caffeine anymore, like coffee or like a whole lot of sugar. But I used to be in love with Starbucks, so like it was kind of a thing, you know. Dove Cameron was like in her lie detector interview that she worships at the altar of Starbucks, and I'm just over here like, "Hi, I'm the altar of Starbucks." Just kidding. But I'm just like, oh, like I just lay in front of you, and you can go like that, and then whatever your hands do, like you can just keep. It's cool. Like we could just
so gross when it's already
play this out and just pretend like it's not creepy. It'll be fine. And if not, then like that's fine too. But
fucking James, bro. Like every one of my streams gets like flagged for some nonsense because I got my own haters. People hate me. But when James says and does stuff like that, I can't even appeal it. Like I can't be like, hey, I want to review this. Can you monetize it again, please? Because I know this. I know for shit like that. The alien stream. I knew there was nothing bad with that one. So that got reinstated. That's good. If James could go like a whole hour without doing something gross or insane, but then again, it wouldn't even be interesting to watch him. So it's kind of like a trade-off, right? Can't make much money off James Saroka.
But it seems like everybody else, it seems like being creepy has gotten very popular nowadays. But I really can't. I can't settle into it. I've gotten comfortable enough that I could like be laughing about it. But I can't settle into the creepy. I don't know how. One of my ex-girlfriends was the closest I ever got to that. But I can't. I don't know. I really can't. Because like when I like kind of realize, and then I'm like, yeah, a little bit of a panic attack. But Bubba McLovin, what's up? Lightning, welcome to the broadcast. Natty, welcome to the broadcast. How do you say hi? How you doing in Ukrainian? I remember Russian was как дела.
That's the only word you know in Russian. I don't know, Salty. There's a whole like arc and backstory. Like there's some friends that are not friends anymore. Well, one particular. It's like a crazy story. One day maybe I'll stream it. When I get the actual premium version of this crap, so I don't have to worry about like my going over my hours or anything. And then like the hours and hours of streams that we made after that. So like it's a whole story in itself.
Well, привет. Or what was the other one? No, not приятно познакомиться. Приятно. What was it? Fuck.
You forgot his second phrase in Russian.
Здравствуйте. That was it. Richard K, welcome to the broadcast. How are you? Okay, so we definitely. I'm not getting a lot of comments. So like, are you sure the audio is okay? All right,
Yeah, it's just bots, bro. Just bots.
on audio.
The tape's not enough. He's got to put the sunglasses on too.
Thanks for the hearts, Bubba.
This is such weird. It's like a mole simulator. He's like simulating himself as a mole. You know, he's like, there's no way he can see himself, right? Because there's tape on the camera, and then he's got sunglasses on indoors, and he's got these sensory deprivation headphones on. He just wants to live like a mole. It's weird.
Cool. We have a confirmation that audio is live. Beauty, thanks for the hearts. How are you? Or I mean, thank you for the kisses.
If I ever need a palate cleanser from James Saroka, dive into the Heather Jellips mess. She's a worse version of him for a good mess. Oh, maybe I'll have to check her out. I can't imagine there being a worse version of James and a female version.
But I got
my like diet James Saroka is Jeremy Dewitt, that cop impersonator.
these nice little security apps on my phone, and they actually work, which is really cool. They tap all the way into the hardware, and they become system apps. So they operate right alongside Google Play Services, which is integrated into the I don't know what the words would be, but like the infrastructure of the mainframe of the phone, software wise. Yeah, I can't say into the hardware. So what I said, but you get the point. So like I'm very safe.
Those apps probably don't work, and they probably just like harvest his data somehow. You know, it's just I don't trust the Google Play Store, bro. I think anyone can put apps on there. There's a lot of copycat apps that are just like I don't know. If anyone's hacking James' stuff, it's probably people who actually want money, and then they realize, oh, this guy's got no money, and then they dip.
You cannot hear or see anything from my phone. So no matter who is hacking into my stuff, unless I either whitelist something or, and then I got traps set up for every one of my accounts if someone hacks into it. No retaliation type stuff, but just it captures all their info and is able to trace, even if they have, I was told it's called like a masked IP or something. Like even if they're really high tech people, that it still is able to track all the way back to who it is. So very exciting for me. Very, very fun. Very, very fun for me to be able to sit here with like some pretty cheap ass phones and like to be doing what we're doing right now, which is like regular stuff, but like in this position that I'm, in this position is like kind of cool.
Maybe he got the report back from this app. Maybe the app does actually work. And then he realized like all the people watching his broadcast are just bots, me, Conger, and like a handful of Periscope people. And then it's like, well, fuck.
So I'm feeling pretty badass right about now. Whether I am or not isn't the point. Feels pretty good. So Tropical Ho goes, you mentioned Starbucks, and I'm a Starbucks drive-through person. What? Okay. Okay. So like literally one of the top 3 cutest internet stars I've ever seen. Her name is Faith.
They didn't even say that they're a drive-through person. They said, I am at a Starbucks drive-through. And James just reads things however the hell he wants.
She does random Starbucks or random drive-through. I followed her until I found out she does more than just Starbucks. I thought she was just Starbucks. And I was like, oh, I like Dunkin'. I haven't been to Dutch Bros, but like, I really saw Faith as like a Starbucks girl. It just because she sold that, And I was like, ooh. And then she went to Dutch Bros, and I'll probably go follow her again. I mean, she's not just beautiful. I'm crushing. I think that's part of why I was like, yeah, I need to stop following her. Just like, no, I found my excuse to not be crushing. But Anyway, God, she's so freaking gorgeous. I can't even get over how freaking gorgeous that girl is, woman. But anyway, Monica, welcome to the broadcast. But as I was saying, she goes to drive-thrus and she orders whatever the person says they like. So the drive-thru person, you, will ask the person, what would you, welcome to Starbucks. What would you like to order?
They're not okay, whatever. Yeah, go on, James.
And Faith goes, I want whatever you're having. She doesn't just say that. She says something else. I can't remember. But she's so cute. I
thought you said it's going to be psychic. She just knows somehow based off the person's voice or like your psychic abilities. Like, I know that you like this and I'm going to order it and then give it to you. Wow. That'd actually be crazy. Can we get a magician to do that?
I'm not even kidding. I get so distracted by like the sound of her voice and how she looks. And I don't always hear what she's saying, but I'm getting better with like fully paying attention. But then, she orders whatever the drive-thru person says that they would like, and then like shows them what they're getting and everything. It's actually it's a cute little bit. It is. Like, I have to go follow her again. But anyway, I get all giddy because there's not a lot of people I enjoy to just keep following and like that I actually engage in their content. She's one of them. It's actually, but I try not to comment or anything because she's like super popular and like, but also at the same time, she's not like a celebrity. So like, I don't want to be fucking weird and just be like, hey, So Nicole, I can't say I haven't, to be totally honest, but I'm going to be okay. I promise. Nicole, thanks for the hearts. Bubba goes, I'm sorry. Is it Bigo or do you know the screen is blurry? Fugazi, welcome to the broadcast. Yes, I do.
All right, so this is where it says he has everything like taped up. This is like it's only been 12 minutes. Wow, it feels longer. This is where I was actually like skimming through. I don't know how much longer we'll go. I don't have really anything else to do today, but I might come back for like a different kind of stream that's not James, because there's a lot of fucking, I'm almost all Jamesed out,
The screen's blurry. I have a piece of tape over my microphone and over my camera. Yeah, and I didn't realize I didn't shut my headphones off. So I am running audio through a pair of Bluetooth headphones, and I have my camera half blocked for my own privacy, but for the most part, for the privacy of like people who have kind of been relying on my safekeeping. So, but I can't forever. So get your shit together. I'm going nice and slow. Don't tell me I'm going too fast. I'm going really, 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 really fucking slow for me. So, get your shit together nice and quick because I got things to do. But if you notice, I'm still waiting up. I'm not just fucking leaving you behind to be an absolute asshole. So, Deshaun, welcome to the broadcast. I will have to be the absolute asshole at some point. So prepare your parachutes.
I mean, like, we haven't seen that already? Is that not what his default is?
Because there's going to come a point we're going to be almost all the way to land, and you're not going to be allowed to know where I'm going. So you're going to have to, pop right out the side door and take a little swim. So be nice and prepared if you're trying to go that far with me. Because whenever we start approaching land, I have to, fly myself the rest of the way there by myself. But until then, enjoy the free ride. It's not free, but enjoy the free ride.
That's a weird analogy, man. Whoops. I didn't mean to press pause.
These are ear muffs. I wear them to block out irritating noises. It works. I cannot hear anything at all. Absolutely wonderful. I literally cannot hear myself talk other than the vibration in my head.
Yeah, which is why he's yelling a lot when he has these on. Today he's not yelling too much though. I guess he's just used to hearing without hearing himself talk, which Must be crazy. I don't know if I could do that.
Love it. Absolutely wonderful.
I guess like when you're James, you talk so much that you get sick of your own voice, though. So to power through, he puts the fucking headphones on.
I was starting to get a little testy. And I figured it was better just to calm down.
Are you tested there?
Like I thought to myself, am I doing everything I could to be responsible here? You know? And then I realized, well, one thing I could do is I could move my couch. So I did.
That's like, I thought it was gonna, I could actually go apply for jobs. I could use my real name, maybe my ID. It's like, nah, I can move my couch.
Moved to the other side of the room, next to the neighbor that doesn't exist. From my world, okay, I'm just going to tell you real quick. Somebody telling me that I don't exist in my world, depending on the situation, is a huge compliment and a very good thing. What I'm saying is essentially, I have such a good neighbor that I technically don't know if I have a neighbor. And number three, that neighbor is,
I don't remember two, but okay,
not bothering me so much that even if there is a neighbor and something insane went down, I would still forever say that I never had a neighbor. I don't know. I don't have a neighbor. No. What are you talking about? I don't even fucking know. Unless they did like something extremely heinous and like, somebody that you really don't want to be covering for. But the point is, I have never once hurt my neighbor, and I love it. It's wonderful.
Wasn't Jeffrey Dahmer technically a good neighbor? Like people were like, yeah, no, he's a fine guy. Just his apartment smelled, and he killed people and ate them.
It's like the wife I never had, So anyway, ID, welcome to the podcast.
He doesn't like looking at himself anymore, Andre. No, he has a piece of tape over there to, I don't know. He said it was for everyone's best interest, including himself. And then he's also got the sunglasses and the noise canceling headphones on that he just explained. Like he can't even hear himself. So yeah, I think it is to help him not listen to his own nonsense.
Yeah, so I figure right about now, one of my exes is kind of finding out what a pussy your boyfriend was. Sorry. Don't
be talking about your ex, James.
But I'm meeting a lot of new people, I have to admit. Like it's beginning to spiral. So I've begun to like cut it off and like, separate, be like, okay, this chick's actually into me, this one's not. This chick's actually into me, this one's not. Like it started with my interest, right? Because you could pursue someone and like they'll build interest. Some people don't. So then you cut off the ones that legitimately have no interest.
Andre says that Dahmer was not a good neighbor in his house. Yeah, I know his house stank, but the people also heard screaming noises. I'm surprised he didn't get caught sooner. Then I thought like, for some reason, I thought people were like, oh no, like he was quiet and he kept to himself and he was nice and everything. It's just like he was smelly as fuck.
So I was like, no. So I'm down to like 4 or 5. I'm like, excuse me. And then I'm beginning to actually search through the people that are live and find more like eligible matches. So for me at this point in my life, I'm pretty much just going to stay single, probably. And on that, probably something that I could do in the interim of boredom in the sexual realm is I could enjoy seeing the beautiful faces and bodies of some of these ladies while so discreetly protecting them on the internet for free. Because it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely get perks on the platforms for the platforms don't give me perks, but the algorithm favors me because I'm looking out for their assets. So do a little protective services on platform, not breaking a law, not stalking or harassing or anything.
What protective services then? And if James does, like, I think he might be onto something there. Like, the algorithm would favor him because there, no matter what account he makes, if it's a brand new account, he always has people going to it and searching it out right away because people want to make sure he's not doing something bad. So then obviously the algorithm is going to be like, wow, people really like this guy. Let's put him on the recommended page and shit. James thinks it's because he's so awesome and it's all the things he does and the way he does them. I don't know what he does exactly. So that's the only accurate thing about all that shit he just said.
Just being present and, allowing the intimidation factor to do its own work. And it's effective. It's very effective. So I never thought virtual bodyguard would ever be a job, but right now it feels like one. An admin doesn't count because when you're an admin, they fuck with you more. But when you are a non-admin and you play admin, it freaks people out.
Or just confuses them.
So anyway, the bad guys, it freaks out the bad guys. I'm chugging this bone broth like it's water. I did not realize how much protein my body is not getting. And it's my own fault. Like there's a standardized system for this, I can't expect this place. I couldn't expect prison. I couldn't expect school. I couldn't expect the military. I couldn't really expect anybody.
He's never been to any of those fucking places. So like he didn't go to prison. He went to jail, like local county jail. I guess he did go to school. Yeah. But military, did he even do basic training? I don't even think he did basic training.
To provide me with this much sustenance. Billy, welcome to the broadcast. Billy the Kid, welcome to the broadcast. I couldn't expect any part of the system to provide me with as much sustenance as I need, like on their own, because it's like 4 times the normal amount when I'm sedentary and 6 times the amount when I'm active, and then 8 times the amount when I'm proactive, and then whenever I'm actually in a competitive state of elitism, such as Olympian, an Olympian state of what was formerly, I'm not going to say war, but just like certain third-party clandestine operations. It was more so a factor of needing 10 to 12,000 calories a day.
Oh, here we go. 12. He's upped it. He's upped it to 12,000 calories a day, bro. You would be dead. You'd be on my 600-pound life if he ate 12,000 calories a day and just sat around bitching like he does here.
I can't get anywhere near that right now. So I look like your I don't know if I do anymore, but I did look like your local crackhead. But now I'm like starting to finally get meat on my bones, and thankfully I'm changing around my diet. So I'm going to start to lose the fat that I've been gaining and keep the muscle, and my body and my mind are continuing to rearticulate and start to work better. And be very, very careful. SAAD, welcome to the broadcast. Be very careful who you treat poorly on the street or this or that, because I will tell you, and it's important to remember, is people that do not eat are able to utilize. Like if you're not getting proper nutrition, your body is not able to utilize the brain properly. And so you may encounter someone that you believe to be less intelligent or this or that, and they are simply starving, or they are on drugs, or whatever it may be. When the fact is,
well, then in that moment or state of mind, they would be less intelligent, technically.
Some of these people out there, when they are not on the street and starving, and they are not on drugs, are more than just genius.
Yeah, some people can be on drugs and still be geniuses. Like you could argue that Kurt Cobain is a genius on drugs.
And I've seen it firsthand. And I'm kind of living proof of it. So Not the drugs, but the just the being on the street. So do not underestimate the power of the mind.
People say Gandhi was pretty smart, and he didn't eat, right?
That's my recommendation.
Andre says he thinks Saroka looks more like a mix between a seropositive leather boy and a failed DJ on The Simpsons. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
I don't think I think I want to be like, I want to order food. Yo, okay. I don't know why. And I'm like not even looking for an answer because I'm just like, fuck you. But thank you, Google. Oh yeah, by the way, PayPal, the service, and
Opposed to PayPal, what? The fucking person?
eBay have both taken me back because both companies, the companies split and they're both hemorrhaging money. And so they're inviting a lot of users back that used to make them money. So like who they had formerly banned.
Oh man, so like they're letting scammers back on eBay and PayPal now?
Trying to like solve the security crisis they were dealing with and like blaming some of us that weren't actually causing any problems. Now there's a few.
I'm sure James is causing nobody any problems. That's totally his MO.
Few employees within the company, no different than social media, who had made like the executive decisions to just fuck off my accounts. They got caught, some of them, and now with PayPal and eBay, thankfully my haters have gone in. They've informed me that they've gone in and had rejuvenated the conversations. They've
rejuvenated the conversations. What do you say? I thought he was gonna say that like PayPal and eBay reached out to his haters and had like a stern conversation with them and was like, "You can't be treating James Saroka like this." What do you mean he rejuvenated the conversations? Is he talking about like renegotiated the contracts or something? What words is James trying to find in his brain here?
Brought back up the topic of me with employees who had formerly fucked off my account when no one was looking without legal permission, and now there's a lot more eyes on and a lot more systematized organization to the security of the system.
Yeah, there's a whole team. They're like, you got to protect James's PayPal account. Are people actually giving Jamie money? Not that I know of. And if they are, then I would be like, nope, you're dead to me.
My point is, they've now incriminated the people who were attacking my accounts and causing the algorithm to force me to lose not only retention, but growth. And, the people who were illegally stopping me from becoming capable of building a business out of social media. And so they will probably be kicked out of the company. No different than the people in Instagram, the people in Facebook, where else? Twitter, and Snapchat are 4 platforms where I was being illegally, not just against terms of service, but I was attempting to. I did not operate as a business because I wasn't to a point where I could claim taxes. So like you couldn't even say that I was business, but like I was trying to start a business so that I could then build a business. Well, they were impeding on business regardless, right? It was impeding on my ability to do business.
You mean your scams when you'd be like, hey, I need money to go help other people, but you didn't help anyone else but yourself? In a nutshell, that's like the most basic way to put it. But he did a few different kinds of scams where it's like basically that with a different twist each time.
And it just so happens that in each of those companies, those people were committing felonies. Now they've since been dismissed, and that's exactly how I would want the situation handled, quietly. I'm very thankful that that's all over and we don't have to make a thing of it, because I don't know. I don't ever understand why or how somebody could go on Snapchat one day, get the bliss of their emotions, have so much fun, and at the end of the day, be willing to either write, read, or promote an article that attacks a company that they use in their everyday life. I don't get it. I totally don't understand. But people do, you know? So anyway, 47, welcome to the broadcast. And I can't say I haven't. I can't say I haven't done it, but I have definitely learned my loyalties. I have definitely come to recognize the damage that it can cause. And I definitely do my best not to be ornery, you know, because it really only does. You really do. I could tell you from personal experience, you really do cause yourself more problems by being more ornery with anyone.
It's interesting. I don't know why that word. I'm using the word ornery. So odd adjective to choose.
The better you are at staying in your lane, the better life is going to be. Now, sometimes you have to get in multi-lane traffic. That's how it is. But it's like being on the highway, you know? You want to go faster, you got to be willing to be in the lanes. Me personally, if I have to admit to you, ever since I was with someone that I wanted kids with, it kind of shifted my mindset and it never went back. My mindset never returned to like the like this, the risk taking. Like when I'm with the public, I'm far more safe now. Like I went from like not caring and just doing my own thing in totality, like in spaces where like I should have been treating it like an American street. And I felt like, you know, am I in Germany? Am I in Japan? No, I'm in America. So I like got my senses together, but now I'm like a grandpa. I drive like a grandpa. You will not see me in the fast lane. You will see me in the lane closest to the off ramp at all times, going the speed limit and probably having it on cruise control. That's about it.
A long metaphor right here. Driving. Yeah, he doesn't have a license, doesn't have a car. My goodness.
Now you put me on the track and you have found yourself a driver. But I'm polar opposite when it comes to certain driving situations, depending on what it is. I really try to keep appropriate. But I'm not a big fan of passing lanes. I grew up with the street going one way and then traffic coming the other, and just normal. But anyway, Mohammed, welcome to the broadcast. Nesnodi, welcome to the broadcast. Speaking of, I actually just had a dream. It was either last night or the night before that this kid from my town that I went to school with, who had died, that he was still alive.
Well, this is an interesting dream. I haven't heard any of this, to be honest. Like I said, there's a lot of James in this world. That's why when Conger's like, he texts me, he's like, I can't believe it's another Saturday without Saroka. I'm like, it's peaceful. It's nice. I can actually get caught up in all this other shit that I missed, right? What the fuck is this dream about the person who died is alive and what's happening?
It was so bizarre because in the dream, I remembered that he had died. And then I saw him. And what people were saying was that he never died and that they faked his death to protect him from drug dealers. And it was the weirdest dream. And because of my own life experiences, I'm sitting here, I'm like what, here, give me 1 second. I think I might just got a knock on my door. Give me 1 second. But, I'm having like...
This is another mystery knock on the door. I wasn't expecting a second mystery knock.
I'm like tripping out. I'm like, wait, is he still alive? He's obviously not, but like, it's just wild.
Imagine James answers the door with those noise-canceling headphones and the sunglasses on. What would you guys do if you knocked on the door and someone answered it with that shit?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, there's not anybody at my door.
See, like he has the canceling headphones on. He can't hear anything, but he thinks he can hear knocking. So that's why I think like when I wouldn't knock on James Saroka's wall. He's crazy enough. I don't want to aggravate him more. So I don't think his neighbors are ever knocking on his wall. They might be walking around or something. I think he's just hearing it. Like he has audible hallucinations. I had a dream Fozzie Bear was talking. Fozzie Bear's pretty creepy if he's talking to you.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable. Like normally, I could literally hear people taking a poop in another room, and the walls aren't that thin. I just have like really, really, really good hearing, and it's so irritating because I could literally hear everything everybody does. Like I could hear someone across the wall crunching on chips, you know. And what are you gonna do? Like be upset with somebody? No,
It's a superpower, guys.
you know. But I know what I'm working on, getting my life together. And when I'm at a point where I could afford like a nice place or this or that, I'm getting somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm so serious. I'm going to find somewhere I can move that nobody's going to bother me. And I'll tell people ahead of time where I'm going, because you best believe it's going to be a shotgun on the porch. And you name it. Like, I don't like living a life where I can't tell people things. You know, because I grew up in a life where you talk about whatever and you ain't got to worry about anything when you talk about it. So I'm excited to get back to that lifestyle. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do is I'm thinking maybe just because I've been through give me 1 second. Let me answer some comments. Aiken, welcome to the broadcast. He goes, I need furniture work, please. You need furniture work? Message me. I don't speak code, if that's code.
Furniture work. I need some furniture work. Oh, James is like, I'm a hired hitman. I can't fix any furniture though. So if it's code, hit me up in the DMs. You can talk pricing.
I don't know if you're literally asking me to like put together an IKEA couch or what you're asking. Like when you say plumber, I understand that because I've seen movies, but I'm not, you know.
What's a plumber?
One of them. Lamarcus, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts, Aiken. So saying Valley of the Giants. I've been through the Valley of the Giants, and it is amazing. So beautiful. That's where I would like to live. There are roads. You go down the road, and the road literally leads right into a lake, or like it's just from water collecting, right? So it just become a lake. It used to be a road. They are not even trying to like rebuild the road, and nobody goes down those roads. Nobody goes in those. People don't go in those areas. Most people don't even explore those areas. And there's houses back there, like just little huts, and like, you know, people who just are out in the middle of nowhere, minding their own business. And yeah, it's a couple hours to town, but like, it's literally the most quiet place in the whole, I can't say the world, but it's the most quiet place I've ever been to in the whole country. And like, welcome to the broadcast. I'm the kind of guy that takes the back roads because I grew up on a farm, take the back roads, you know.
You can find like nice little places that are quiet at night. Like I live in the suburbs. It's dead quiet here. It's kind of creepy. Basically past like 11 p.m., even 10 p.m. really. Like there's no one out. The street's dead. I'll be out there at like 3 a.m. I'll be like, I shouldn't make any noise because people are sleeping and it's just crickets. And it's really peaceful. But you don't need to like go so far out into the sticks to experience that. Just got to find a decent area.
And so I kind of treat the whole country, have been treating the whole country that way. Like I would go and I got so used to the interstates that I got too familiar and I get bored. So I start taking the town.
That would be a crazy collaboration. Soroka, Nisian, and Daniel Larson.
Roads, right? And I get to know these different towns throughout the whole country. And then I know the town roads. So like I could literally tell you the roads of towns in Tennessee, like off the interstate. I don't always remember the interstate numbers, but like I could get myself there without looking at a map at all. And then from there I could go to the off-roads, like, you know, go off-roading. Like I've been off-roading in Georgia and oh my God, was that fun. And when I say off-roading, I'm talking like they're roads and they're on Google. These roads are on Google Maps, but they're not even paved, you know, and there's still a lot of people living like that. And for some people, they're like, oh my God, they don't have what they need. And for people like me, I'm like, bruh, don't give me the concrete. I mean, that's how I like for my own personal, the way that I want to live is like, you know, give me the truck. I don't want the road. I want the truck. Um, so
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Anyone like Back to the Future? I mean, like, I don't want Back to the Future to come back. I gotta watch Back to the Future. Haven't seen it in a while.
all right. I'm getting nostalgic. Michael, welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, what's up, CD-ROM?
So, yeah, Valley of the Giants. I'm gonna get myself a nice little hut in the Valley of the Giants.
This is you missed, I guess, some spiciness, CD-ROM. He's kind of simmering down now, but he was going like really crazy earlier. He's still pretty crazy now. I mean, like, he has tape on the camera and he's got the sunglasses, noise canceling headphones on.
In some big ass expensive house, obviously, somewhere. I haven't really figured that part out yet. But I am finally getting to a point where I'm not even in need to go for this food that they have. Like, I'm literally like capable of just sustaining my own diet almost without like anything extra. And I'm pretty happy about it. Kind of stoked. So, but one thing that is really smart that most people don't do, and it's a big reason why a lot of people end up back in these types of situations. When your situation falls apart, don't try to just rush back into things. Like, after seeing, like, when my situation got rough, I was like, there is no way I'm going back to this ever. So I gave up all my dreams.
I mean, he says that all the time, but he always ends up back in the same place, like either homeless or depending on someone else for help or trying to manipulate people. It's I wonder if it's ever going to actually stick. I wonder if James could ever actually lead a normal life.
I said, fuck my dreams. Right now, I need to focus on making sure that I eat, sleep, and poop properly. And once I do, I can start rebuilding things into my life and things that I want to do. And like, you know, make my next goal to have a car, my next goal to go out to eat, my next goal to, you know, go to an amusement park or to a fair, you know.
Those are very sad goals. Hey, Sistine, how you doing?
You know? But until I had my situation together, I just didn't even feel right having those goals.
I mean, those just sound like, I don't know, passing fantasies, not even fantasies. It's just things that I would do if I'm bored. Maybe I'll go to an amusement park today. Maybe I'll like finally lease a car. Like, I don't know. Cars are expensive, bro.
So anyway, but that's what I recommend is like, have hope for your life, realize you will get back to normal. Also slow down just enough to focus on the necessities. Because if you dream too big too fast and you fall too far for comfort, you could end up falling back off, and then you end up back in something that, you know, is obviously hell. And some people really, they truly don't learn. Some people truly, they forget what it was like, you know. And me personally, I'm never going to forget.
His goals are to go to a fair and poop right. And like, he's going off on the terrible foot here when he's eating raw meat. I don't think that's going to help his poops at all.
It was so awful. I'm never going to forget. And I will never be going back to that life. So, macaroni noises, thanks for the follow. Natasha, thanks for the follow. So like, I got out nice and quick in my situation. And I had to move right into homelessness. I really didn't have a choice. Like, I had to go, like, I will admit, I would say that the incarceration in sorts, like, I want to be careful how I say it, because I want to be thankful. I'm also pissed that was the best they could do. But given COVID, I would figure that's why I got the raw end of the deal on my.
You wanted jail to be more fancy or something.
and how things worked out for me for recuperation. And in the same token, I'm very blessed and thankful that, like a lot of people that come from my background and have my experience, I didn't get myself wrapped up in the criminal world. I will tell you, maybe I'm being a bit biased, considering my own personal mental fortitude, but it is my opinion that a lot of people who get wrapped up in the criminal world who come from my background and experience are making a personal choice to involve themselves with those people and to continue on in those paths instead of being patient enough, taking it on the chin, letting yourself be poor for a minute and accepting the help that you and I both know you shouldn't need and that you don't need if you were treated properly. But we didn't get treated properly. It is what it is. And the only thing you can do is either fuck off to another country or take a minute to yourself and accept the help and move on up in a way that's twice as humble as you should have to be. But nonetheless, like, you learn a hell of a lot. So
That was a crazy thought. Jesus, very long, drawn out nonsense. Andre says if you put James Saroka's brain in a parakeet and fly backwards, I think it would like immediately drown or eat something it shouldn't, or fly straight into the sun. Like it would definitely it wouldn't live for very long. That's for sure.
I'm lucky to have gotten to this point. So like I stand my ground. I try to keep my chin up. I keep my knuckles hard, but my goal is to never use them again. Adam, thanks for the hearts. Madi, welcome to the broadcast. Son, thanks for the hearts. Yeah, and I had a little honorary member there for a minute, but riding solo as a motherfucker. And I'm not cocky about it, to tell you the truth. I act like I am, but I'm faking.
Yeah, no, he's not cocky at all, guys.
Sarah Noah, thanks for the hearts.
How much longer do we have of this? We're like halfway through it. I think we could actually get to the end of this if we wanted to. We're like past 2 hours right now. If we do we want to get to the very end of this? Spaces isn't very pumping, but we got like 25 people in YouTube. I would need to like at least smoke a bowl quick or something to keep myself going. So if we're gonna keep going, I'm gonna put the intermission music on. Actually, I think I get copyrighted when I do that, so I might just like run away really quick and put like a "be right back" up on the screen. Actually, that'll probably be better. Yeah, let me do that, and I will be like 2 seconds here, like 2 minutes tops. And then, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So let's keep this rolling.
I hate to disappoint the Chiquitas, or whatever they're called. I don't know how you say it in Spanish. The women. I don't know Spanish. People think I know Spanish. It's a language I don't know. I've mostly dealt with white people, if you want the truth. Just because, like, I have a lot of background and experience with my typeset of the human genome, and so it was easier just for me to delve into those parts of life. But so, like, Slavic languages and this and that, I'm a little more versed in. But not to disappoint the ladies that are looking for a bad boy, but to be totally honest, my bad boy phase is over quite early. I was a bad boy for like 3 months, not even, and I'm over it already.
For 3 months. I mean, I don't think I've only seen his behavior and personality get worse. I don't know when this 3 months of badness supposedly took place.
Not really my cup of tea. If you want the truth, I'm too bougie for that. Like, I'm just, like, I know they're popularizing like ratchet bougie, but
the fuck is ratchet bougie?
It's still not my vibe. Because I could smell it on you, for the people I could smell the criminal, and I'm too conditioned to hate it, and I don't hate the people. I've spent my time around all different types of people, and I don't hate criminals. I hate criminality. It's like, if you believe.
I mean, like, if you participate in crime, it makes you a criminal, which would be criminality. I don't even know if criminality is a word.
Even religion, and they say, hate the sin, not the sinner. Well, I hate crime. I don't hate criminals. Ahmed, welcome to Beagle.
What are you doing?
What's that tapping? I don't know. I don't hear any.
I don't hear any tapping either, but my computer fan is very loud, so maybe that's what.
Why? What do you hear? I keep my earphones on. Less of the creepers go bump in the night that way.
Oh, that was like definitely a knock or something. Unless, like, sometimes he's shitting his pants. You can mistake that for knock sometimes.
Mr. No Bab, welcome to the broadcast. Give me 1 second. I gotta refill my cup. Take a piss. And probably eat some cereal.
It might just be him banging around too.
See, I drink some goat milk, but I don't want to waste it on this regular cereal.
What kind of cereal do you want to put the goat milk on? Some fancy bougie cereal. Regular cereal. You need my organic cereal. Does the name OG Homeboy ring a bell? Not off the top. That reminds me of like Edwin Costa for some reason, but not like anything Jimmy related. That does not ring a bell. Refresh my memory if it should. What do you do? He's big.
Yeah, and I will tell you, like I said, I got my earmuffs on. But if I am off screen and you hear banging or anything of that sort, it's not me. I'm not.
Nah, it is you.
Not doing it. Wherever it's coming from, I don't know, and I don't care. Lacey Vibes, welcome to broadcast. Lou, welcome to broadcast. I'm getting back to the part of my life where the only dead that I fuck with are the ones that are not breathing.
That's definitely him getting stuff. Crazy guy. What are we?
Just remember, kids, you do not have to do things the way they say you have to. But if you want to be a part of they, you're going to have to learn at least the basics. And once you have those basics, the only thing left is to get yourself educated. I have worked with exorcists.
He's worked with exorcists now. I mean, like, I think we've heard him say that once. Hey, skeleton, though, I don't know what is going on with my thing. It wouldn't let me highlight it. How you doing? I hope you're having a great weekend.
I have worked with people that I can't mention. I can get away with mentioning the exorcists because, because I'm allowed. Because the church is a lot nicer. What I have to admit, they got a lot more compassion when it comes to you talking about things they don't technically want you to talk about.
Oh, there was a username that was talking to Jim and basically told the story about the Greyhound bus driver altercation from the perspective of Jimmy. Jimmy didn't realize what was happening. I don't remember that user. It was probably Conger if it wasn't me. There was also like I don't know. Matthew Rife was trying to take credit for that, like forging the bus ticket. I don't even know if the bus ticket was forged because he got on the first bus. He just didn't get on the connecting bus. And I don't know if maybe he just wasn't paying attention and he missed the bus. So he made up this big story and went on a racist rant. It gets hard to tell sometimes with James. I do know that eventually, I think it was Steve Kelso that bought him the ticket the rest of the way. From Texas to, was it Texas? We're going to have to go back. We're going to go from the beginning. I'm going to just get the highlights when we, basically the archive channel and this channel are about to meet each other because we went from the most present and then backwards, and the archive channel is 1 day behind us right now. So we're going to meet. When that happens, I'm going to go back to the beginning, but I'm only going to show you guys the stuff that's worth watching while I put together like the cohesive video that'll be out hopefully in a couple months.
But ever since Vatican II and the release of the vault, they've been much more lenient. So, yes, it is blurry. How are you, Jessica? Reggie, welcome to the broadcast. Puff Puff Pass, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. Yeah, get used to the blurry. I'm eventually going to end up getting a technology going, something. I'll get a better phone, get something going where while I'm broadcasting, it'll auto-generate captions, and you'll be able to read the captions of what I am saying, but I'll have my microphone cut off.
But you'll have your microphone cut off? How is he going to do that? That he's going to read your lips?
Just for my own personal safety.
How are we just going to read your mind? How is it supposed to do that, James?
So we can still broadcast and talk.
You're going to have those camera all blurry with the tape over it, no?
To each other. Or like I'll get like an AI voice going, like I'll do something where I dictate to an AI and the AI talks to you, just for my own personal safety.
You probably should have just done that as soon as he got exposed, right? If he has such talent, if his name doesn't mean anything, he's going by Step anyway, Step Santi. He's a very vain person. He loves his face, so he's never going to get rid of this thing. But no, if he had any talent, he could just go anonymous, use a voice changer and make videos like that. But he won't, because this is all he's got. His terrible legacy.
I know you all like that, People have only been trying to mess up my situation because they're scared for me. But as I've told you before, sometimes the most dangerous people are people that care about you, that know less. People that don't know better, but they care and they feel like they got to do something. But those are sometimes, like I said, the most dangerous people. Fact of the matter is, when I tell you I know what I'm doing, it's a massive understatement. If you don't think that I know what I'm doing, let it be a testament that to the fact that I'm that good at what I do.
That's why you end up in like the same places all the time, and you're miserable all the time because you know what you're doing and you're so good at doing what you do.
As opposed to that I don't know what I'm doing, because it's actually that I'm that good at what I do, that you legitimately believe that I am not as good at what I do as I am. So thank you for, putting your heart and soul into me the way that I do into the American public. And, I appreciate this continued opportunity to enjoy my freedom here in this country. Like I said, I do, keep that continued reminder that there are 240 countries on the planet, and I would very successfully take over a small territory in a third world country to do my own thing if I really wanted to.
You can't even take over your hotel, the place that you're staying at. You can't even you can't do anything. You suck at confrontation. Like you get into these confrontations, you end up like calling the police on people. He at a Dunkin' Donuts, he had the police called on like the homeless people that were giving him problems. I don't know why they were giving him problems. Probably for good reason, because it's James and he gives everyone problems. I think it was over the bike. I think they were trying to take their bike back or something. But no, I've never seen him confront anybody and like walk away from it the victor, ever. Never.
I wouldn't be the first to do it. I wouldn't be the last. And it wouldn't require war whatsoever. So when you come bearing gifts, people are often open, as long as you're not asking them to change who they are or what they do.
Come bearing gifts. James, you have nothing to your name either. What are you going to give? You have no money. You have like literally nothing. You have some crazy theories, I guess. Maybe that's his gift. His gift is himself,
Shelly, thanks for the hearts. Anil, welcome to the broadcast. So I continue as a free man one more day in America, and America for one more day gets to enjoy the spoils of war. And
I thought he was going to be like, gets to enjoy all of this, just me.
And the prosperous lifestyle that I attempt to endow to the U.S. public. So now I am just doing straight water, because if I drink too much of that broth, I feel like it's going to be a bad thing for me.
Whoever it was talking to Jim in chat, telling Jim the story about the bus altercation from the perspective of the bus driver. Oh, okay. Sorry, I said that wrong. It was on yesterday's video, yesterday's video that we went over on stream, or yesterday on the archive channel's video. I'll go back and I'll find it, because I didn't catch that. I don't pay attention to the chat much, because it's usually just like this, like Puff Puff Pass joined, Jessica Carmen sent a heart, this person sent a heart. When someone usually asks him something like, was the exorcism you participated in successful? He hasn't even got to that, but I'm actually interested to see what he says to that. Because no, so it was from the perspective of the bus driver. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't see that. What did he say? What the hell?
Chia goes, what do you, I could talk about all of it, because one of the dudes that I worked with, like super low key, he was reassigned to the Vatican. And then there was another dude who got moved out of town, and he I think he went back to the Vatican. He might not have, though. I think he might have just gotten transferred. And then there was another dude who he's still at the same parish that he was at forever. And then another one got moved to another parish, but there's like almost nobody that knows that one is an exorcist, and he's like super quiet about it, because
it's a secret exorcist.
Dude works on very, very
clandestine, as James would say,
very serious projects, like stuff that even involves, our government. So like they're really not. And anything I'm telling you, there's none of it is documented. Like I told you, I am where I want to be when I want to be there. If you are documenting me, it's because I want you to. you might not be documenting me the way I want you to sometimes. But
like time travelers. That's what time travelers do.
But the point,
Back to the Future, man. I gotta watch Back to the Future tonight.
Is if I don't want you to know where I am, you're not gonna know. Ask the U.S. government. Ask the CIA. Ask my mom.
I mean, I'll definitely ask the CIA and the FBI before I go to your mom. You know, this would be threw his mom into that equation.
Even my own mom, you know, who, you know, she could track anybody, anywhere, anytime, for any reason, in any way, and I'm pretty good at hiding. Is my point. If I need to, and most of the time, people don't really give me a problem when I am stepping away, because I don't do it for bad reasons. So I usually get left alone. And I'll tell you something else. And this is something I do want to say, and I was thinking about earlier. Vicky, thanks for the hearts. Is what was it? Oh, it's funny. Give me 1 second. Fuck. This is why I hate scumbags. You know,
what did anyone do to you? What the hell happened?
1 minute. I'll just be trying to distract my train of thought.
No one did anything. No one said anything. He's just going crazy.
Dude, I'm not your bro. It's one of my favorite sayings. Where is it going with this? Is fuck. I will remember it, and I'm now going to tell you guys 3 times as much as I was going to tell you because of some scumbag that distracted my attention. So now I will reveal things that I'm
Who could have distracted him with all this sensory deprivation going on right now?
not supposed to, because some asshole is going to attempt to interrupt a conversation. This is my way of attempting to teach the American public and different spoiled governmental agents, you got fucking boundaries of your own, and when you don't respect them, your job's going to get harder. Do not make my life harder, because I'm only making your job harder. End of story. I will remember, and I will write it down, and I will say 3 times as much as I was going to. Next time, don't fuck with my attention span. That's my recommendation. I don't have ADHD. I have fucking scumbags that go out of their way to distract me. MKMK, welcome to the podcast. How are you? So then here we go. So I'll have a conversation about something that I don't give a fuck if it's legal to talk about or not. Come at me. Wife Hunter, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, like how can you control someone's attention span? Like you could say, yeah, he got distracted or something, but there's, what was it, on a separate phone or something? Like, yeah, it's his brain is just not working.
Let me tell you something. MK Ultra was about drugs. I'm telling you from my own personal
yeah, you called it salty, the conspiracy theory. CD Brown saying the dude was like, the kid was being racist to me because he was just on the wrong bus. Jim was like, wow, that's awful. Then he went on a rant about race relations / how unracist he is and was oblivious. Oh my God. Okay, I got to find that. Was it on like the stream on this channel from yesterday or the archive channel? Because I'll definitely I'll do a whole stream about that. I wish I'd seen that before. Did anyone else on Twitter catch that? You guys catch the bus driver's perspective of the thing? That's fucking hilarious.
Shit. It had nothing to do with aliens. It had nothing to do with an alternate universe. It was a baseline experiment where we looked to see how people would react to drugs. Most of the people were voluntarily involved in the program. The PR was a debaucherous situation because people are fucking assholes. But the fact of the matter is that MK Ultra was literally just about testing drugs and like figuring out how people react to drugs so that we could help people who were on drugs, because there was an absolute epidemic at the time in the entire state. And that was the thing we didn't really want to be talking about. It was a drug epidemic, you know, in a state that was supposedly one of the most socially and culturally sound and advanced. at the time.
This is all about like MK Ultra.
Normetry, welcome to the broadcast. Natasha, welcome to the broadcast. Balut, welcome to Bigo. I'll be right back.
All right. So, okay. This says it's from the stream yesterday. CD Round says it was from the archive channel. I can like zoom through the stream pretty fast because it's only like an hour. I think I did yesterday. The archive channel one, I think it's like 5 hours I have to blow through. But if it's OG Homeboy, I'll just like search for him. I'm sure people would have pointed it out if I covered it like live. I really want to see that now. I don't know what he's gonna come back. I don't know what he went to go do. Sometimes he just goes and like takes a shit. It's like takes really fast shits though, at least. So I was like, yeah, no, he definitely did something, some kind of bowel movement because the toilet just flushed.
Oh, by the way, thank you for the toothpaste.
Yeah, it was long. Yes,
I appreciate you. Somebody sent me, but it was fluoride toothpaste. That's the only thing. So I did give it away.
Yeah, so he doesn't do fluoride toothpaste. He's super picky. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to find that from yesterday as well, and I'll do a stream about that probably tomorrow before we go right back to the beginning, because I didn't even know that happened. That's fucking hilarious.
But if you send me any type of products and you have knowledge about ingredients and how different chemicals affect the body, just assume that I'm holistic. If you're familiar with holistics, I'm a holistic person, so I don't do fluoride. I really try not to do caffeine. Obviously, I'm doing my best to not smoke. But yeah, that's about it. Not sure what else I could touch on that, but thank you for what you said.
He's winding down.
I'm also trying to avoid bigger broadcasters right now because as we're getting to a point where the typical broadcast was about 300 viewers.
Yeah, so he did say like an hour ago that he did smoke a pack, but that was I think 2 days later. So at this point, he was still trying on the 6th, and then he ate more raw meat and gave into his temptations and went crazy. So technically, he hadn't smoked yet, unless like he lied. But this was before the pack that he bought and smoked in like a half hour.
Making the camera blurry brings it down to about 200, and we get less attention from the bigger broadcasters because I don't have things to a point where I'm comfortable with that much attention yet. Could I handle it? Could I capitalize on it? Could I monetize that situation? You bet I could. Like easy. But
I mean, like Pop-Tarts are obviously organic, right? Yeah, holistic Pop-Tarts.
I just don't want to yet. Like I'm enjoying the pace that I'm at. I'm enjoying the comfort that I have, and I just really don't need the extra drama yet. Like I'll add that to my plate when I'm making more money. Sean and Lily, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts.
James has like a baseball cap that he wears. Andre says he'd buy a straw hat. It would really help a lot. I think like, like anything to take away from the fact that he looks like powder now. I mean, he's kind of coming back, kind of growing back a bit, but I don't know why he does that.
And you will see me drink water like a fish. I drink like 2 to 3 gallons of water a day.
Okay, well, he did say that he only drank like the broth and the aloe juice, and now he's saying he only drinks water, and he drinks like gallons of it a day, even though he doesn't do fluoride, so he doesn't do the city water. He only drinks like the mountain water in the bottles. Oh my goodness.
when I have access to it. I'm also slowing myself to a pace where I could get an actual job. So like I'm friends with somebody, like I literally have like one friend that has a regular job, and I'm trying to like slow myself to his pace so that like I could learn to do like to get a job and just to I've never done that. I've never just done some like a regular never had like a regular life job type situation going on
I wonder who his one friend is that has a job. Better not be Josh.
ever. So I'm gonna at least try it and for like a year or two at least like get myself comfortably familiar with the lifestyle, and I feel like it'll teach me like I can't.
Did you see, Andre, that Chris Chan found a girlfriendless girlfriend, or at least a girl he was macking on in public? He's out of jail now, which is like, I don't know how you get out of jail for what he did. He did some bad things. Yeah, did you see that?
Can't stay that way forever, but I think if I could just do a regular job and go to college and stuff and do that stuff long enough to be totally honest with you, I really don't think I could do a job and college at the same time. Like I've jumped out of planes without a parachute, but
That's never happened. You never jumped out of any planes without a parachute.
I could never hold a 4.0 and have a job. Couldn't do it. I know myself. But that's what I would like to do is, have a regular job, but then go to college, like have a regular job for like a year and a half, have it be enough to like pay for my associates and save up that money, and then get my associates, and then let my grades with my associate's degree, and then the connections that I have, or maybe like I could get a scholarship, then I could get into, like a 4-year college, go to a 4-year college, let the grades from that pay for my master's, and then let my grades from my master's pay for getting my PhD. Because that's essentially like how I've survived in life this far, is like on my merits. Like I just, whatever I could accomplish, whatever I could do to grant me the opportunity into the next thing that was formerly inaccessible to me, is how I've done it. I just really, really, really started all the way below the bottom. Like something I used to say to a friend of mine is like, not everybody starts at zero. Sirkin, welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to Bigo. Like as a reminder that
Gary V said that, I think. That sounds very Gary V-esque.
Zero isn't like ground zero is not as far down as it goes. That for some people, life does start below zero. And some people get to zero and look like they didn't get any further.
Take it easy, Olaf. I think his audio just cut, which means I think we're about done anyways. Unless it comes back. Maybe his tape finally worked. His tape that he was trying to mute the mic with earlier. It's really hard for me to see the ball in this thing. Let me try to find it. It's here. Okay, so it's right under the volume knob. Let's go a little bit ahead. See if the volume comes back. And no, look, he's just going on and on with no volume. And is he frozen? No. Frozen like Olaf. You went on forever. I don't know why I kept like recording. I guess I probably wasn't paying attention while I was recording. And then it ended. Okay. Yeah. So no, we're done anyways. I just wanted to get to the end of that like thing there because I know we didn't see it all. And I've been going for over 2 hours. So that's that. The next we'll do the bus driver reaction, the next stream, and then we're gonna go back to the beginning unless James comes back. Like if James comes back, obviously I'll do like an update and something like that, obviously. Otherwise, Yeah, and then I'll probably like stop doing like the spaces simultaneously when I go back to the beginning, because we've already listened to all that on the spaces. But YouTube, you haven't really looked into it or seen it in video and all that other stuff. And like I said before, I'll just pick out like the juiciest bits, because there's a lot. There's a lot of crap. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great weekend. I might be back later today or tonight with either an alien stream or just like I want to do like a weekly roundup kind of stream. Like there was a missing fighter jet, and then there was the Las Vegas cyber attack, which are both things that interested me. And then there's the Mexico alien thing, which I still don't believe is real. And I don't think they've found anything else on that. And there's something else I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just want to like talk about things that interest me, because why not? I gotta get this channel back out from the depths of death and deadness. Reamp it. But yeah, I will see you guys all later. Take care.